Hello Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 3rd of November. Just a quick mention before or a quick favour to ask you. Before I start the reading, you're probably aware that I split the readings in over 2 days. And so there has been some horrendous news overnight in the UK here. There has been an attack on innocent people sitting on a train. I can't think of anything more terrifying. Fairly local to where we are here, in a place called Huntington. I just would like and ask you all to send your healing, your love, your thoughts, your prayers to those that have all been involved. So I thank you for that. So let's crack on with your reading. Funny enough, I've just started. I did Sagittarius reading, and their energy card, the first energy card that came out was hostilities. So anyway, let's have a look, Capricorn. We would like 2 cards, please and thank you, for Capricorn. Wow. Okay, we have contract. Again, this is like very much like the Justice card in the tarot. This is about balancing the scales, something having to come into alignment maybe. And it's also about things being just and fair. It could also represent a literal contract of work, legal matter, etc. You do have broken heart. So yeah, we'll do the tarot and see what that's all about, shall we? Let's have a look, Capricorn. Dear Spirit Guides and Angels, please join me in this reading for Capricorn and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. What's the focus for Capricorn? Let's have a look. You've got the Tower. Big change. Okay, this feels a bit dramatic, Capricorn. Let's have a look what's going on here. Opportunity, though, is the Sun, so the change is for the better. Challenge, please and thank you, is the Page of Pentacles. What's bubbling under the surface is the Four of Wands. I'm sure you always get the Four of Wands, you know. So does Virgo. Advice and outcome, please and thank you, is the Page of Swords. So big change is the focus for next week. Now, maybe that's the broken heart. I don't know. You know, take it as it resonates. Somebody's heart may be broken over one thing, but somebody else's heart may not be. So it's all taken into, what's the word? Context of how it relates to you. But the Tower is big change. And what happens with big change is big growth. And Claire has just messaged me, Claire of Soul Path Calling, who's a Capricorn. Just turned up in her own reading. How bizarre is that? Yes, so the focus is on big change next week. Something's coming up that yeah, makes you, at the time, sometimes Tower makes you feel a little bit, oh my God, what on earth? But it often does help things grow again, you know, because the foundations of something is crumbling, therefore it needs rebuilding. The Sun card is here as an opportunity, and this is, I think, they're encouraging you to see this as a positive because of the growth that will come from it. The Page of Pentacles is your challenge. Now, it can be a child. There could be something involved with children's study here, because the Page of Pentacles is about being studious and learning and education, going on courses. It may mean that this big change, it may relate to work, that you need to go on big courses. And as a challenge, you know what, you'd be thinking, my days, I thought, you know, I'd done and dusted all that kind of malarkey. I know at work at the moment, they're trying to implement a system for us, which is absolutely such a complicated way of doing things. And I feel a little bit like that at the moment with the Page of Pentacles being I am very resistant to it at the moment because it doesn't make sense. So it could be something like that too. Now, the Four of Wands is in your subconscious and bubbling under the surface. I feel like for some of you with the Four of Wands, there is a very strong, that's your core, if you like, next week. This is what's really the crux of the matter. It's the home life, it's the stability of home. Maybe, you know, you're going to have to spend more time in home, but also it could be to do with the house and the contract. There could be something to do with the contract. Maybe you're expecting a contract to come in and it's not going to. I don't know. Let's have a look. Page of Swords is your advice and outcome. The Page of Swords is the investigator of the deck. And again, I do feel for some of you there's children involved here because we've got 2 pages in the reading. But Page of Swords is the person that goes and sees it for themselves and they find out the facts for themselves rather than listening to anybody else giving a bit of hearsay. This is, yeah, be curious about something. Don't take somebody's word for it. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's just, why do we have the Tower? I don't really want to take 2. Oh, that's 3. I definitely don't want 3. If it comes out again, it's meant to. Right, okay, which was the Queen of Swords. I can't remember the other ones. I just saw the Queen of Swords. Okay, Tower, why are you here? Please and thank you. For Capricorn. Maybe that Queen of Swords is you being, you know, a bit straight talking to somebody next week. No, it's you. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups with the Tower. Yep, I think you're going to feel this is not a good move. However, with that Sun card, it's encouraging you to see the positive in it. The 5 of Cups with the Tower, you know, again, I can liken it to work at the moment. I'm feeling very despondent about my job. It's really annoying me that they're trying to implement this system, which is a complete and utter waste of time. Anyway, that what I'm trying to do is put it into some sort of perspective for some of you, because when we see the Tower, it can be a bit dramatic, but that's definitely not really a Tower moment for me. However, it's definitely bringing up these energies in me. You know, this is big change. Let's just say the 5 of Cups, what she's doing is she's looking at the cups that are spilt and not the cups that are behind her that support her and love her. And again, you've got the broken heart up there. So the focus of next week is look at this change from a positive perspective, turn it around. Now you've got the Sun card there, and it could be that you've got a really strong Leo around you next week too, supporting you. You've got the 6 of Cups, very nostalgic, the opportunity to remember the good times. What, you know, it's like, I'm not saying that, you know, anybody is in the situation where they might be losing anything, but with the 6 of Cups, as with the Sun card too, this is like, look at the positive side of things that have happened already. Again, it really reflects that 5 of Cups. It's like, don't concentrate on the bad bits, remember the good bits, and there's an opportunity to do that. Maybe for some of you, you know, you are going to be meeting up with this Leo that used to be in your life. Maybe it's a refreshment of somebody coming back into your life that hasn't been there for a while. And I mean on an energetic level as well as an actual physical level. There's like a rekindling there going on, which is lovely. Perhaps for, you know, also with some of you, this could really incorporate, maybe you're in a relationship or in a job whereby you felt a bit distant from everybody, but for some reason this big change is actually bringing you together again as a team. Page of Pentacles is your challenge. Why do we have the Page of Pentacles as a challenge? And I say it can be resistant to change. It can be, you've got 2 out for that. Yeah, Ace of Wands is a new oomph, a new fire in your belly. But for me, with that Page of Pentacles as a challenge, it's like, no, I don't want this. Not yet, anyway. You know, there's a bit of resistance to this new, you can't get excited about it. You've got the 8 of Cups too. And I think it's because you're, again, this is a really strong message that you're holding on to something here, that you're struggling to let go of, that you know you need to walk away from in order for this. I feel like you're at the final hurdle of something, Capricorn. But, you know, there's a little bit of resistance going on for change here. But you know what they say, what's meant for you will never pass you by. Right, Four of Wands, why are you here? Bubbling under the surface, in your subconscious. I also see this Four of Wands, especially in this deck. You can see that they're really on board with each other. They're working as a team there. Again, I think something's coming up that's forcing you to work with somebody again, work in a team environment, to get stability within the home even. Oh, Hierophant. Wow. Yeah. There's a strong level of commitment to this that you want to commit to, bubbling under the surface. It can be marriage, actually. When we see the Hierophant with the Four of Wands, it equals marriage. Some of you, there could be, this is all around a marriage or a partnership. Or because, you know, when we see the Four of Wands, it is about moving in together. It's a big commitment, isn't it, to get a house together? It can be even with the Hierophant that maybe you're wanting to be independent on your own in a house. Let's do one more on that. Because, oh, what have we got? Hanged Man, but it was that way up. This card really confuses me, because obviously that's the right way up, but she's upside down. But that's the upside down, but she's up the right way. Yeah, the Hanged Man in reverse. Tells me you want to really get this sorted, get this like off your chest. Because the Hanged Man in reverse is about taking a step back and looking at, you know, don't go in at 100 miles an hour, looking at something from a different perspective. The Hanged Man, obviously in the upright, see, this is why it confuses me. Anyway, the shadow side of the Hanged Man, I should say, well, it's not shadow, it's just how the energy of it is at the moment. And that is that you want to get it sorted. There's a lack of patience going on here. It is very much, if you don't mind me saying, Capricorn, a little bit, it's my way or the highway going on. But the Page of Swords is your advice and outcome. Now, whatever this is all about, maybe somebody or a situation you're taking at face value rather than the actual truth of the matter. So be curious. Don't. I hope this is making sense. It feels a very deep reading for you, Capricorn, which is not normal for you. Three of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Three of Pentacles is working together as a team. Yes. It's like you're coming together again. I almost feel like there's a reunite going on here, especially with that Six of Cups. And it's to deal with the Tower. So this Tower is actually building stronger relationships around you too. Let's do one more on that Three of Pentacles, please, and thank you for Capricorn. Four of Cups. Yeah. So the Four of Cups, I have to always say this, he's sitting like a Pringle. Pretzel. Did I say Pringle? Oh my gosh, did I say Pringle earlier as well? Pretzel. Sitting like a pretzel. Very resistant to change, very resistant to something. But advice is unfold those arms, open up a little bit, Capricorn. Don't tar everything with the same brush. The Four of Cups, sorry, what he's doing there, he's saying, well, it didn't work the first time. I'm not putting my time and energy into it anymore. That's it. I'm done. This is boring. Nothing's happening. But you can see there's something coming in there, and that's an offer of love and support for you. Don't cut it off. Right, that was a bit straightforward thing talking. Capricorn. Okay, let's have a look at the Green Witch Oracle deck and get a final message. Oh, I think, yeah, Sagittarius just got this. Trunk, stability, loyalty, and reliability. And despite Sagittarius getting it, I still can't remember what it said. 101. For me, trunk is like, well, you have, you know, the trunk of a tree is solid. The leaves and the branches, if you like, can be flexible though. Right, what's this message? Like a tree, your core has been formed of your past experiences as you've grown. Make a list of your core beliefs, who you are, what you hold dear, and what you would never compromise on. This is who you truly are. Interesting. The trunk card reminds you to stay true to those beliefs to provide a safe, stable place for new experiences to develop. The reflection of this card is, what have some formative experiences in your life been, and how have they shaped who you are today? Said that was a bit deep, didn't I? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Capricorn. Have a fabulous week. I am now doing mid-week energy readings, so go and check them out. I have made a playlist on my channel for that, because when I've mentioned them before, I went to look for it and I couldn't find it. So I thought, oh, you need to make a playlist, really, Shelley. So that's what's happened. Go and check that out, and I'll see you next week. Take care, and thanks as always for being here.